Wrong Qibla. Facing the Qibla is one of the most basic conditions of Salah. But many people don't realize how serious it is. The Qibla is the direction of the Kaaba in Mecca, and it unites Muslims all over the world in one direction. Now here's the mistake. Some people pray without properly checking the direction. They assume, they guess, they follow memory, and most of the time, it's fine. But if you know your direction might be wrong, and you don't bother confirming it, then your Salah could be invalid. In today's time, there's no excuse. We have mobile apps, compass tools, mosque directions. So the real issue is not lack of access, it's lack of attention. Another mistake. Continuing Salah even after realizing you're facing the wrong direction. If you discover it during prayer, you should correct your direction immediately, because Salah is not just about starting right. It's about staying correct. Always take a moment before Salah. Pause, align, and be sure. Because one wrong direction can affect the entire prayer. This is probably the most common mistake. Rushing, turning Salah into a checklist instead of a connection. You stand, bow, prostrate, but everything happens in seconds. No pause, no stillness. But Salah requires tma'nina, calmness. The Prophet warned about people who pray like pecking birds, quick, rushed, without proper pauses. Each position in Salah has a right. When you go into ruku, bowing, you must pause. When you rise, you must stand still. When you go into sujud, you must settle completely. But many people don't fully straighten after ruku, jump between positions, rush through tasbih, and this affects the validity of Salah. Because speed removes presence, and presence is the soul of prayer. Ask yourself honestly, are you praying, or are you just finishing? Slow down, because Salah is not something you get done, it's something you experience. Now let's talk about physical form. Salah is not random movement. Every posture has a sunnah way: standing, qiyam, bowing, ruku, prostrating, sujud. Each has specific alignment. Common mistakes include not keeping the back straight in ruku, bending, too little or too much arms not placed correctly, shoulders slouched in ruku. Your back should be straight, like a flat surface, not curved, not tilted. Your hands should rest firmly on your knees. In qiyam, you should stand upright, not lazy, not leaning. Posture reflects effort, and effort reflects sincerity. If your body is careless, your heart often follows. Another issue, copying. Culture instead of sunnah. Different cultures have different habits, but Salah has one standard. Learn it, practice it, perfect it. Because small physical mistakes can become lifelong habits. Now we enter the invisible battlefield. Your mind. You're standing in Salah, but your thoughts are everywhere. Work, messages, stress, plans. You say Allahu Akbar, but your heart doesn't follow. This is called lack of khushu, focus and humility in Salah, and it's one of the biggest struggles. But here's the truth. Distraction doesn't always invalidate Salah, but it reduces its reward. Sometimes drastically. You might finish a full prayer, and only a small portion is accepted, because your mind wasn't present. Common causes of distraction: praying in a noisy place, using phone right before Salah, not understanding what you're reciting, solutions, pause before Salah, disconnect from distractions. Learn meanings of surahs. Pray as if it's your last prayer, because one day, it will be. Salah is your private meeting with Allah. Don't show up mentally absent. Sujud is the closest position to Allah, but it's also one of the most incorrectly done. Common mistakes: not placing all required body parts on the ground, elbows touching the floor, feet lifted or not grounded, rushing without settling, improper. Sujud: 7 body parts must touch the ground. Forehead, with nose, both hands, both knees, toes of both feet. Your elbows should be raised, not resting like you're lying down. Your feet should be firm, toes facing qibla, and most importantly, pause. Feel the position. This is the moment of humility, the Lowest physical position, but the highest spiritual one. Don't rush it, because sujud is where du'as are most powerful. Now the sitting positions, between sujud, jalsa, and the final sitting, tashahhud. Mistakes include sitting too quickly without pause, incorrect leg positioning, not reciting properly in jalsa. You should sit calmly, not bounce between prostrations, in tashahhud. There's a sunnah posture, right foot upright, left foot folded under you. Also, many people rush through tashahhud, barely completing the words. But this is a moment of testimony. You're declaring faith. So slow down. Pronounce clearly. Because words matter. This seems small, but it's important. Feet positioning affects alignment. Common mistakes. Feet too far apart. Feet too close, toes not facing qibla, heels lifted off ground in standing. Feet should be naturally placed, balanced, not extreme. In sujud, toes must touch the ground and face qibla. Many people lift their feet slightly, which breaks proper form. Details matter, because Salah is built on precision. Finally, unnecessary movements. This includes fixing clothes repeatedly, looking around, cracking fingers, playing with beard or hair-checking phone. These actions don't always break Salah, but they damage its quality. Salah should be calm, focused, controlled. Every extra movement is a sign of distraction, and too much movement can invalidate the prayer. Imagine standing before a king. Would you fidget? Would you look around? Then why do it in Salah? Respect the moment. Stillness is part of ibadat. So here's the reality. Salah is not just about praying. It's about praying correctly. Small mistakes can lead to big losses. But the good news, every mistake you fix improves your connection with Allah. Take it step by step. Perfect one thing at a time, because Salah is not just a duty, it's your daily meeting with your Creator.